No, I start. Twitter, Muskrat. The art community and anime community fights all day long. But they also do trends. One of those trends is getting people to know them via 10 animes and manga. What was your intro?
I was just gonna say with hundreds and hundreds of mangas and animes, there's only 10 that really would say it stands out to us.
Yes.
On a personal level.
Today, we will talk about those 10s. Hi, I'm the one who's probably going to have the shittier list. I will admit that from the get-go, Annie.
And I'm Minty, who's just in it for the ride to roast Annie for the shitty list.
So like I said, there's a Twitter trend that was like, here's the 10 manga and anime to get to know me. And how did you interpret the assignment?
I think it's series that aren't necessarily popular, but ones I like to read for various reasons. You know, good vibes, good battles, characters I really like. Like, it can be really small, some personal, some nostalgia. Doesn't necessarily the ones that I think like are more like objectively good.
But I picked the 10 animated manga that literally shaped me to be the person I am today. I picked this anime because I took my personality from it. I picked this anime because it sparked my love for serial killers. I picked this manga because it defined my sense of humor for years to come.
Good for you, piece of shit.
It's like FMA when like Ed is on the bench. He's like, Rose, you want to know what makes up a person? Opens up his book. 10 hours of anime. I don't think that's right, Ed. Shut up, Rose. I forget if you have a boyfriend or not. I forget if that's an anime only thing, but you and your boyfriend sucks my dick.
I think the bird boyfriend, okay, I always forget too, was fake?
Well, we know he was fake. He was clearly not the guy.
No, I mean like he wasn't manga compliant.
Okay. Man, Rose got a dirty deal in 03. So, in no particular order, do you want to start off or you want more to start off?
I'll start off because I know you couldn't do it in a particular order.
I said no particular order, bitch. The contract said I don't gotta do any ranking.
So for me, I'll start off that I chose Haikyuu.
Haikyuu!
The volleyball anime.
That fly.
It is, for me, a surprisingly good manga. It's what sparked my love for sports animes, which I cannot stop reading and watching.
And ruined my life.
You like Kuroko's basketball.
That's the only sports I'll give you. I hated Yuri on Ice.
We're on Blue Lock, which we'll do an episode later, which I 50-50 Annie likes or hates, but definitely not love.
Nope.
But I think Haikyuu, it's this fantastic cast of characters. I've said this when we were talking about Haikyuu before. I think Haikyuu does battles almost better than a lot of battle series because there's so much like mental, physical capacities that they think about when it comes to playing volleyball, all the little nuances and how they are constantly coming up. They don't just like, okay, it's one battle done, but they're constantly evolving, growing, especially Hinata, who goes from like just trying to get good at volleyball to trying to be excellent at volleyball. And I think it still has one of the best like series endings ever for everyone to grow up, following their dreams, or just having a life outside of volleyball.
Oh, you know what? If we're doing Twitter trends, you know, I'm gonna have to ask it. Who would win in a fight? Hinata from Haikyuu or Isaki from Blue Lock?
It's kind of hard because Hinata, you get to see the whole growth from beginning to end. Isagi, we're not even done with season 1 yet, but he has a lot of growth. I'm going to say Hinata, I guess?
Look, as one Twitter user said, Hinata can say, I'm going to kill you. But can Isaki say, there is a wall in front of me with a view over it that I cannot reach by myself?
Oh my god!
So many people quote that damn quote. No, but obviously Hinata can defeat Isaki in any sport, and Isaki can defeat Hinata in a knife fight. I strongly believe that.
Yeah, right? Because most sports are team sports.
Yes.
Either one could win track and field, I think.
So you put Haikyuu on just because it means a lot to you?
Yeah.
Alright. My number 10. I put this on. Now, it defined me. It doesn't really define me in my early stages when I was in the womb, but when I grew older and I read it, I was like, yes, everything I've done till now has made me get ready for this batshit crazy manga, which is Golden Kamuy.
Oh my god, that's on my list too.
Oh, hell yeah, let's talk about it together, brother.
That series is so good. It's so unique. It starts off with a crazy premise that they keep bringing, because sometimes a series, I swear to God, will bring up a premise, but then stop talking about the premise, except like maybe at the very end. But this is all about learning Ainu culture, getting the tattoo skin, and being the weirdest fucking piece of shit you can be.
I love manga that like teeters on being super serious but has the funny moments.
Yes.
because I first really saw it in Kimetsu no Yaiba when, like, you have Inosuke who's like on the roof being like, "Hey, acha." A minute later, like, everyone's bawling their eyes out. But then in Golden Kamuy, you have like such gut wrenching moments, and then later on you have Shiraishi on the ground just being like, "Oh, these birds are so fucking cute."
I mean, there are scenes that Golden Kamuy goes towards that like no other series would.
I think the scenes that I really stick to with me is the fact that like this one aspect of this character makes them super cool, but then makes them also super weird in the next one.
And stupid.
And stupid.
Like every character has a stupid side.
Yes, and I appreciate how realistic that is. Even the most serious character like Ogata has like a weird cat side.
And there's a gay undertone.
Extremely gay.
Like men for men. Not like gays for women, but like this is like gays for like men.
I mean, if you haven't read the Golden Kamuy and know about the artist, he has so many behind the scene commentary how he wants to fuck one of his own characters. And I gotta say, he's not one of the more popular characters, so the author knows that that guy's for me. Every time you see him there, that's for me. And he spent one volume to go back to all his scenes to draw his boobs bigger.
I mean, this is a series about just fantastic writing, education, battles, expression. It has everything. It's so underrated.
Yeah, I hope when someone reads Golden Kamuy on my recommendation, they're like, yeah, this is pretty much Annie.
Okay, so I'll go with my next one. This one is a childhood favorite. This is the series we've consistently been reading since childhood. It's Case Closed.
Oh, got that on my list too, baby.
If anything sparked a love for murder mystery, trying to figure things out, learning as you go, having this weird cast, it's Case Closed.
Detective Conan is how the Japanese call it.
I like Case Closed. On the fear for like vague people hiding in the dark about to kill you.
God, that ruined our childhood at several points.
I am more scared of, or I'm always scared somebody's in my house about to kill me, and I have to constantly say, stop thinking of that.
Joke's on you, it's me, baby. Imagine being in first grade and your cousin gives you this manga and it's like, hey, you should read this. And the very first scene that you have to read is someone getting decapitated on a roller coaster.
Oh, it's so graphic.
And you're just like, well, I have now become desensitized.
Early Case Closed was very graphic.
That's like I'm on volume 80. Nothing has ever gotten that bloody again. Like, after the whole decapitation in that one case, I'm not talking about the other cases once you got dismembered.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe the mahjong.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Why doesn't Case Closed go back to that?
I think maybe they're trying to be more family friendly.
I mean, there's a murder in every episode.
So yeah, if anything sparked our love for learning, that is definitely Case Closed.
And murder. We also watch a lot of like murder series, true crime. Not much true crime, but like...
Our father watched a lot of true crime. Sorry, we're not related.
Yes. What was the one, like Forensic Files? That was creepy.
Creepy.
Anyways, your turn.
My next one, again, no particular order. I put One Piece.
I didn't put One Piece on mine.
Why did you not put One Piece on yours?
Because as much as I think that is probably the best anime manga series,
yeah,
for some reason, regardless of how good One Piece is, I still have to work my way to read it.
Oh.
I have to like set the time and consciously make the effort. While some of the series on my list, I'm just like, move responsibilities. I gotta read this shit.
Because One Piece has so much, like there's no dopamine of finishing One Piece because it'll never end. Serotonin? What makes you happy?
Serotonin.
Okay.
I think dopamine does too. There's gotta be a difference.
Well, shows how much we learned via Case Closed.
One Piece is good.
I put One Piece on because, like, I feel like it really helped me get emotionally attached to characters.
Ooh.
Because, like, let's just say I'm watching Inuyasha. I don't really care about Kogome. I'm too young. I don't give a shit. If I have to watch Sanji's adopted father cut off his foot one more time,
God.
I'm just like, these characters are real to me.
You know Zolo eats the onigiris that stomped on the ground? I thought that was like, oh. And as a kid, like he cares.
Yeah. Like, I'm watching Slayers. I don't care if they do whatever the hell they want to do. I don't care if Utena gets together with the girl. I care about Nami crying on the ground.
Oh, the Nami ones. Oh, God.
That's the main reason I put One Piece here.
That's a good I mean, like, in terms of, like, how to write an arc, how to write world building, character backgrounds, One Piece has got a lot of it. So for my next one, this one's personal for me, I know it's not on Annie's list, is Gekkan Shoujo Nozaki-kun, or Monthly Something. I forget what it is already. I just love Gekkan Shoujo. I love the rom-com of it all, because I don't like romance series. I had to, well, Vampire Knight beat the shoujo phase out of me. But it's so cute. It's incredibly funny. It's easy to read because they're just like these bite-sized stories. The characters are super fun. I just love it. I love this series with everything in my heart. I have a little Ita bag of it, mostly because the store that we go to was selling the keychains for like $2 each. That's like 12 keychains for $24. I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah, you have a secret side blog where you just post pictures of Monthly Girl magazine, Nozaki-kun.
Man, that shit updates a chapter a month, I think.
Shit.
I know. I'm only like halfway through.
Monthly Girl Nozaki-kun's interesting because I'm just going to compare it to Komi Can't Communicate. There's so many characters in Nozaki-kun that's all so likable. Meanwhile, you look at Komi Can't Communicate, and I only like about 5 of them.
Oh, wow.
Some of them are annoying in Komi Can't Communicate.
I mean, sure, but I think there's a point though. Sometimes they act like foils.
Sometimes, but then sometimes you're like, can you write more than 5 interesting characters, my man? And like, hint, 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 a lot of them is in Komi's family.
Yeah, the one that I mentioned on Komi.
Yeah.
But Gekkan Shoujo, they're very fleshed out. They all hang out with each other. They have the couples, obviously, but it's not too cliquey. It's very like friends.
Yeah. I'll be there for you. Alright, my next one that I put, I don't know if this is on your list, but I put Inuyasha, damn it.
I should have, but I just didn't want to.
Why?
I think like in terms of the childhood series that will always be with me, I had to choose Case Closed.
Okay. Well, Inuyasha is like defined my taste in men, and then Songo defined my taste in women, so
Inuyasha defined your taste in men?
Yeah, defined it, man. When I was little, I thought Inuyasha was very hot.
No, I mean, not about that, but I mean that he's like 2-timing and one of them's not even an option.
In case you couldn't tell with some of my choices, tsundere characters who doesn't understand their emotions but super loud and rough. Yeah, sign me up.
Oh, that is your type.
That is my type.
And he's a little brother too.
I'm sorry, you think I like little brother characters?
I feel like you relate more.
Never met a single little brother I liked. I guess Ida from My Hero Academia.
Genya from Demon Slayers?
I don't like Genya.
I thought you did.
I do not like
You
Genya.
like Sanemi.
Yeah, I like Sanemi's my boy. So, and Zango's just hot. She just
hella hot.
What do you want me to say? I love Inuyasha's personality a lot too, and I love how they're a really close-knit friend group, the 4.
Yes.
I like Moroku and Kagome, I like Sango and Inuyasha, you know, mix that shit up.
I wish they mixed it more though.
Yeah, they could have mixed it more. I could have done less shippo.
But they did a lot in Inuyasha, Moroku, and Sangoku Gome, so that was good.
Yes. And you know, Koga was there. He was funny sometimes.
I like Koga. Not as a love interest, but I liked him. He was funny.
So shout out to Inuyasha just having great characters that set the bar too high for a long time.
So then my next one, I had to choose the series of great violence, but I love the way they communicate with each other, which is Black Lagoon.
Yeah, I figured when you said great violence. Was it going to be Hellsing?
No, I love the Black Lagoon, human versus human violence, doesn't give a shit about lives. They just being like one day after another, you know? Let's just get on to the next day. And they swear a lot. There's like I don't know how to explain it. I remembered how to explain it before, but I can't remember now. But there's like a casualness, a slang. I don't know. There's something about the way they talk. It's just very funny.
I don't know, like, you know, you love Black Lagoon. I'm sad that the manga doesn't really update that often.
Yeah, the manga, I don't know if you guys have read the newest arc with the Chinese girl. When the series, the drawing style got really clean. It's a little off-putting. Kind of like when Soida cleaned up their style. And it's like, it's nice, but it's not like, the personality's gone.
Yeah.
But Black Lagoon, I mean, before that series got a lot of personality. That's just like, I will fuck you up.
Alright, moving on to my next anime. I did Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh, I definitely did Fullmetal Alchemist too.
We watched so many goddamn reruns of Full Metal Alchemist.
Especially of 03.
Especially of 03. If I had to see those plant brothers again, I will commit
Oh my god,
crimes.
the Plant Brothers.
I hate them. Have we ever rewatched 03 in our adult?
We have.
Oh god.
We saw 03 and then we saw Brotherhood right after.
See, I like Brotherhood a lot more than 03, but I gotta say 03 probably, you know, like
That's what we know.
ingrained in me of what, like, I think that's the first anime where, like, I realized this is what a good story is.
Well, I mean, Fullmetal Alchemist, more specifically Brotherhood, is a perfect series.
Yes.
It has little to no flaws. It's insane how flawlessly good it is, and it was written by a woman.
I thought it was a cow.
I mean, that cow got udders.
I think she has 3 kids.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a good series.
I don't know what to say other than, like, you know, go fucking watch FMA. Have we ever done an episode about FMA? I feel like it'd be impossible.
No, I don't think we have. How have we gone this long?
What would we have to say? How are we, the assholes, gonna have to say anything more about FMA that everyone else hasn't said?
There's this one GIF post that had 10 reasons why FMA is so great. If I ever find that, maybe we can do that episode. I remember one of them was how the gray morality of Scar.
Yeah.
And you know, honestly, yeah, Scar is one of the most and best gray morality. Because, like, is he a good guy or bad guy? Hard to say. He's a victim of violence that he did not cause, but that's not an excuse for him to do the violence he did do. So it's like, it makes you think, it makes you wonder. It's you know, it's obviously related to real life.
And FMA spoilers, I think it, like, a kiss of resistance when they made that Scar kill Rinry's parents.
Oh, yeah.
Really hammering, you know, like, hey, if you didn't think Scar was unjust before, you know, like, he got innocent lives missed in.
The Rinry and Scar scenes are like some of my favorite scenes. And it's also another series with a really good ending.
Yeah, it is.
It ties everything together. It's like everything's full circle.
And great world building with the East and the West.
Yes. And like how they both see alchemy as 2 different things.
Sorry, I was thinking about Marco for some reason. Like, man, he got
Marco.
some raw deals.
Okay, so for my next one is a personal favorite that nobody talks about except me. And Annie hates it every time I bring it up in one of these stupid dumbass
Don't
lists.
do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. There's only one series that could be. Please. I'm begging you.
And it's Toriko!
Why do we put Toriko on this list?
Because, you know, I like a series about veterans, about animals, fighting, simple plot. Look, people. If you watch the Toriko anime, it's
Great
pretty good.
disservice.
No, well, okay, that's like the best part of the series.
Okay.
Right, the beginning part, the exploration, and having the powers. That show could do more cooking,
Yeah.
honestly. But besides that,
Wasn't the whole cooking competition they kind of glossed over?
yes.
Okay.
I think they had like 3 rounds. And they only really went over one of them. And then like enemies came and interrupted the tournament. Past the anime scenes are not that good. But you know, it's just what I love about the anime specifically is
Was that reporter?
No, shut up. I love that it's like very saturated in colors.
Yeah, that's true.
I remember when I was watching Toriko, it was like in the middle of watching like some of the bleakest, darkest, desaturated animes. It was like a breath of fresh air.
Something that gets me is that they Shonen Jump really banked on Toriko being the next new Naruto. Like, you do not have a crossover of Toriko, One Piece, and Dragon Ball if you didn't expect great things, you know?
I mean, I gotta assume that series did better in Japan than it did in America. Because I don't think anyone talks about Toriko except this series. We should do an episode on Toriko.
I cannot literally tell you anything after the time skip when they get into the gourmet world.
That's okay. We're gonna rewatch Toriko.
But watch it, right? To talk about what happened in the anime?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, because you cannot make me go back to that manga. No, like, yeah, Toriko at its peak was super great. The powers were cool. The whole eating metaphors was really nice. And like at one point, he didn't run out of cooking ingredients.
Also has gay undertones.
Gay undertones, but that one's different from Golden Kamuy because that wasn't intended. You know it wasn't intended because, spoilers, Toriko had a heterosexual marriage. One of the most pathetic writings, by the way.
I'm not defending Toriko as a great series. I'm just saying, personally for me, I liked
I'm
it.
saying the gay undertones. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, they should.
That was a coward's way out.
Full throttle with the Toriko Komatsu couple. They already lived with each other in 6 months in like the gourmet world.
And they pretty much just kind of left the wife so they go on a honeymoon to space.
Essentially, yes.
So don't you stand there and tell me Toriko had great gay undertones.
I'm just saying it had.
Okay.
Golden Kamuy had great gay undertones. Toriko, it just had it because it's a little sexist. It only had like 2 or 3 female characters.
Win was done dirty.
Oh, Rin was terrible. The only one I like was Milk.
Alright, I didn't like your choice of Toriko. You're not gonna like my next choice. I had to put Ghost Stories, the English dub, on my list. I just had to, as a shout out to all the abridged series that like define my sense of humor. Cause that's what Ghost Stories dub really is. It's a paid abridged series.
It's incredibly funny, but totally not politically correct. We did a Ghost Stories episode. You can go watch that in more more details of what we mean by that.
God, I was watching a whole like video compilation of them calling the kid the R word.
Yeah, I don't think they can make that joke now, but they could redo the joke.
Yeah, they could
I would
make
love to see it redone.
Yes. I think if you just replace the R word with like dumbass and then like
Donkey.
donkey. I do wonder now in Blue Lock if they're really saying donkey.
I did see one that it was not the word donkey.
Well, because the fan translation is really bad. I know for Blue Lock.
Okay.
Because in one scene, like this one guy's like saying, "Hey, I'll continue crushing the midfield so you two princes can like get your shit together." But like in the fan translation, "I'll cover myself in shit so you princes can have a pissing battle." Like completely different connotations.
Yeah.
No, but I love ghost story stuff. You just gotta change a few things and it'll be great.
Oh, that's why you have no filter.
Maybe. Lin Hart from Fire Emblem Three Houses voices the main dude.
Really?
Yes. I had to pick an autograph on that guy. I wouldn't know to do ghost stories of Lin Hart.
He's not gonna have a ghost stories one.
And, you know, just really funny. And I pretty much talk like that, you know, even down to all the insults of the Jews.
Oh my god.
I'm just kidding. I love you guys. You guys found the promised land.
Annie, please.
They did, right?
I don't know. Isn't Palestine under like someone else's?
Forget it. I love Jewish people.
People who love Jewish people don't have to say it. I only got 2 more series, by the way.
Oh shit, I have like 4.
I know. I'm like, something. We had a lot of overlap, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed one. That's why. Okay, this is the shit talking earlier. But I missed that I had Comey Can't Communicate on my list.
Really?
Yeah, because I relate with Comey a lot.
Alright.
I am very shy. I'm not very good at talking to people. It took a long time to get to what I would say was almost normalcy of how to talk to like even strangers. And I'm not saying like I'm like super charismatic, but I can at least ask questions that they are paid to answer. You know what I mean?
We're talking about McDonald's employees, by the way.
I mean, I'm not standing in line at McDonald's anymore rehearsing what I'm gonna say. I'm just gonna wing it and I'm gonna pause if I need to. I think it's like so good. I think that series is so cute. And like Tadano is just so sweet. Like somebody with a communication disorder, you all need a Tadano in our lives. Someone that's just willing to push you and just like be weird with you.
Man, you know, I really related to Comey when she had to order the coffee for that non-binary. Because, you know, like sometimes I'm just standing there being like, I don't know what to say. I don't want to fuck this up. And then you do fuck it up and like, well, I'm not going to correct them. And then at the end, when someone's like, hey, you fucked this up, I will start crying. And people will have to bow down to me and apologize.
As they should.
As they should. See, you as a child was Comey Can't Communicate. I as a child was Ghost Stories Dumb.
For sure. And that has stuck with us even to adulthood.
Yes.
Sad.
Now, my next series I picked really hammered in. Like, I love comedy. I love laughing. It is Bobo 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 Bobo.
I should have picked that, honestly.
Yeah, you really should have.
It's super funny.
I wish the manga didn't fuck up in America where, like, they released volume 11 as volume 1.
I know. Like, you almost have to watch the whole anime and then continue by reading the manga. And it's just disjointing to do that. Like, I would love to see read it from beginning to end. Series is so good. It's so funny.
And, like, the parodies is on point. Like, the whole fusions. And when that little onion man went out Bobo's asshole to become a girl.
You know, this is like the anime version of, like, Family Guy. That's why.
You know what? You're right. And I don't know why. Like, I was mesmerized by Don Patch and Jelly Jiggler as a child.
I love Don Patch. Don Patch is my favorite character. He's just so sassy and angry and just like wants to be better than everyone, but he's failing so hard.
I think I relate with Jelly Jiggler being the jelly that no one wanted to pick.
And hyperfixates on new.
Yeah, you know, what's great about Bobo is that a lot of the humor still comes through even if you don't know all the Japanese connotations.
Absolutely, right? Like,
and in the dub, you know, like they completely like improvise so that it's still funny if you don't know Japanese. Like the most infamous Bobo scene, you're like, the commander directed D, and the Japanese words come up. Get those Japanese words off my face.
This is so good.
Improv is funny.
Improv is funny if done right. The next series I want to say is like right now my favorite manga to read,
Damn.
and I hope that it gets an anime. I hope it's not 3D animated like Kaiju number 8 seems like it's gonna be. I mean, Dragon Stampede looks super good and Chainsaw Man looks good, but the series just needs that good old One Punch Man season 1 2D animation because the manga is so good, so action packed, funny.
I wouldn't mind Sakamoto Days had a Black
I
Clover.
didn't say the name. Did I say the name yet?
Sorry.
I'm building up. I'm doing my it's Sakamoto Days.
You want to redo that?
No.
I wouldn't mind if this certain series you didn't reveal had the Black Clover treatment, where like the slice of life was like kind of badly animated, but the fight scenes was super well animated.
I just need those iconic whole page spread ones to be greatly animated. You know what I mean? Like we did an episode of Sakamoto Days because this series is phenomenally good. Like I'm not saying it's the most unique. It's not like the most heart wrenching. It's just good battles, very funny and heartwarming.
Great characters.
The characters are fantastic. I mean, I think it gets a lot of shit just because the main character is Shin, who's like this fat, old-looking guy.
You want to start over?
Oh, I'm sorry. Haru is his first name.
Yes.
Shin's the
Psychic.
Yeah, sorry. Easy to say Shin.
I mean, you could just call him Sakamoto.
Whatever. Such a good series. It's the type of violence like Black Lagoon's got a lot of violence and I love that, but Sakamoto Days is like the type of violence I really like to read.
Nice. Alright, I'm going to talk about my next series, which is Kimetsu no Yaiba.
Damn, really?
I love that. Like, the art style vibe, like, that's exactly what I want in my drawing style.
Traditional Japanese?
Yeah, maybe. Like, I feel like the artist can, like, do soft moments really well and really stupid moments really well and really action-packed scenes. I'm not the biggest fan of the ending. It seems rushed because the author needed to go home to, like, deal with COVID.
Weird that you think you just go on hiatus.
You think, but you know, maybe you just want to wrap it up.
I guess so. Hunter x Hunter could do it.
Yeah, Hunter. And so, like, I just put Demon Slayers on because, like, it's honestly what I would want my own manga to be if I ever made one.
Really?
Yeah.
It's so gut-wrenching sad.
I want to make gut-wrenching mangas, you know? Like,
That's not your personality.
that's not my personality.
Like, we keep talking about, like, Annie when it comes to making series. What they want and what they can do are two different things.
Like, I could do a Bobo Ghost Stories dub. I could not do something like Demon Slayers.
Exactly.
Yeah. But that's like the goal. You know, I'm not saying that's an achievable goal. That's just a dream.
That's so interesting that's
Like, if you had a manga, what manga would you want it to be like?
Sakamoto Days.
Okay, cool. I pick Demon Slayers, you pick Sakamoto Days. I get 2 movies, you get nothing.
You know what? You know what I got? I got Annie, who's the hardest person to read manga, because Annie wants to read One Piece. I want them to read Haikyuu. They just don't read manga. But Sakamoto Days, they'll read 70 chapters in like the span of 2 days. That's pretty fucking impressive for us.
Yeah, well. Alright, you only have your number 1 left, right?
Yes, and if you don't know it,
Look, I'm just gonna say this. We don't have to talk about it. I did feel like I had to put 7 Deadly Sins on my list. We accepted it. We look at Annie weirdly. We can move on. I have nothing to say.
no. Before we go on my number 1, explain yourself. Why? Because as we all know, because we did like 3 episodes on it, it went from a fantastic series to an okay series to an undeniably shitty series.
Look, it's hard, okay? I dedicated so many years to being the 7 Deadly Sins.
Like 3.
Yeah, and I met a lot of people in it, so now I know like every fucking aspect of like the beginning of 7 Deadly Sins. Met some bad people in that fandom.
No, but there's no payoff from the beginning to the end.
No, there isn't. I didn't say that.
So why is this shitty anime on your list?
Why is the number 1 anime on my list? Because we both know if we look into our hearts that these animes define me and they have to be on this list.
No, but 7 Deadly Sins should have kicked itself out of your heart.
Yet it hasn't, because I really like Lancelot. He's in a weird pedophilic relationship with on both spectrum, but he's really, really cute and I care about him.
I will say, I'm not reading the series, but he is hot.
He is hot.
He's crazy hot, because he's like got the hotness of Bond, but softer.
Yes.
So it's crazy how hot he is.
I
I'll
love
give that.
Lancelot. Tristan is kind of a generic anime boy. I will stand on a fucking pedestal on a soapbox and say, here's why the 4 main characters, the 4 deadly horsemen, whatever, are really terrible.
But one of them's really hot.
No, he's not. I mean, Lancelot's not even considered a main character.
What?
No, it's Percy and his 3 shitlings, and N-word. Nason is the one, not. I didn't even think about it. And Donnie. And they're all terrible characters, especially Anne.
Yeah.
God, I hate Anne. So 7 Deadly Sins just here because, like, I don't know, I feel like it awoken something in me and how to write, like, a really OP character until the character got too OP.
I just feel like there's a little taintness in your heart.
You got a little taint in all our hearts.
Not like that, you stupid piece of shit. Can I talk about number 1?
Yeah.
That should be pretty obvious.
Well, you want to talk about my number 1? That's like,
No.
okay. I'm just saying, I don't know if you want to end
No.
this on a good note or a bad note.
Mine is Naruto Shippuden. Shippuden, and obviously Naruto.
I'm surprised you picked Shippuden over Naruto.
I mean, it's the same thing to me.
Nah, there's a difference.
It's not a difference.
I picked Naruto over Shippuden.
Look, it would obviously be Naruto over Shippuden, but I do like both. You know, it's the series that I strongly got into fandom first. The internet started watching AMVs over AMVs, rewatching filler arcs, rewatching the series, rereading manga scenes I love. I love the Shikamaru Tamari fight, Tsunade versus Kabuto fight, Chunin exam, obviously. I always think of Naruto not giving up on the first part of Chunin exam as one of like my favorite anime scenes of all time. I mean, Naruto to me is like the structure of what animes are supposed to be. Like, as good as One Piece is, I love Naruto because the one thing Naruto has is that it has the training period and then them using the power up
And then not using the power up.
well, some of them evolve. Screw you.
No, I think it's very interesting that Naruto is the first fandom we're in, and I wonder if that person who did the Courier of Life episode to the song Waka Laka knows that they got me in trouble in high school because I was just laughing at that video in my head, and they're like, why were you laughing at the test? Were you looking at my answers? Were you laughing at how wrong I was? Like, bitch, shut up.
Stop being so self-obsessed.
Yeah, thinking about shit in my head.
I love Naruto. I have no idea about Boruto, but I love Naruto.
I mean, like, Naruto you grew up with, man. And, like, you kind of grew up with Naruto.
This is so good.
Alright, my number one. It just had to be here. I don't want it to be here. But it's not taintiness like Seven Deadly Sins.
Not as much.
It's Fairy Tail, because I spent 4 good years just hyper-focusing on Fairy Tail. And I can tell you, like, up and down some Fairy Tail facts.
Mostly about Juvia.
Mostly about Juvia. And some
The
other
character
stuff.
that got side drafted so hard.
Yep. And you know, my drawing style, like, I don't know if you've seen it. You've probably seen me drawing a thumbnail. You saw it on our social media. It looks like Fairy Tail.
And Annie now loves big honking boobs for that
Big
series.
honking boobs. Cannot draw a single woman without big honking boobs. I mean, what do you want me to say? Like, I think Fairy Tail is like, I know One Piece is on the comma, but Fairy Tail is really friendship is mahalo.
To the point where it makes no sense.
To the point that makes no sense. The Urza fight in Tenro Island made no fucking sense. And when the kind of spirit bomb Urza, I guess. And I don't know. I can't say good things about Fairy Tail like Naruto because I know it's a shitty series.
But
when
you tried to drop 3 times.
Yeah. But when you're a lonely kid who's like seeing all these people be friends with each other despite their differences, when like you really grab onto one of the characters who's like was the loneliest character and now she has like a house, a boyfriend,
An umbrella.
and you're like seeing her like get this glow up. You're just like, wow, comfort character, wowee. And oh, if I said song would define my taste in woman, Juvia changed like everything about what I like. I have so many rain themed stuff. My new favorite color is blue. It went from red, purple to blue. I go day without thinking about Juvia sometimes.
What?
No. So anyways, that's our list. You tell us in the comments who you like better as a person. Alright.
What was that last statement you said?
Bye.